see a couple of pretty coyotes. Look at those Montana dogs. Pale white. Look at this little snowball. Beautiful coyotes. Well, we're out calling coyotes in Montana today, and as you saw in the film, this stand produced a double for us. So a couple of just beautiful Montana coyotes. It's the end of November. They're all primed up. Their fur is just gorgeous, and these coyotes are a couple of beauties. We always try to share a tip or two from our stands. Try to share the things that we think helped make us successful on our stands, and there's a couple things I want to share with you from this particular stand. Where I was sitting on this first coyote, you might be wondering why I took that long a shot. He was only about 200 yards, but he was straight on. And from where I was sitting, there was a big pine tree right directly between me and him. And he presented a shot just kind of through a window to one side of the tree. He was coming directly in on a line. And one thing I tell guys as a rule of thumb is you want to let coyotes get as close as they're going to get until they start to head for your wind, with one exception. If a coyote's going to disappear into a draw, behind some trees, into thick brush, somewhere where they could circle and get your wind, you're better off to take the shot when you've got it. So we were set up here on a hill, wind's blowing right here, and as you can see, there's some broken draws and that in front of us. And this coyote was coming so cautiously to the call. He was just kind of crawling in. You can tell he's a young coyote, probably this year's pup. And so when he presented a shot, I reached down, turned the vortex up to 16, got a good steady rest on the bog pod, made a good squeeze, and dropped that first coyote. The second thing that I would say made this a successful stand is that we continued to call after the first coyote was dead. We switched to coyotes, played coyotes for a couple minutes, went back to a distress call. It was only a couple minutes later, and we saw this big coyote just running like crazy across the wide open grass flat, just breaking his neck to get in here. So, I know you shoot that first coyote, you're excited, you want to jump up and celebrate, you want to yell, hey, great shot to your buddy, but stay still, keep calling. There's a lot of times there's more coyotes on their way, and it's not uncommon to have 2 or more show up at different times or from different directions.